we are going to be investigating the hotel that we're staying at. You want to manifest yourself in the mirror? Several patrons have believed that this property may be haunted. Who is that? This structure is situated not far from historic downtown Gettysburg. This land is where the first day of the battle took place. My name is Nicholas. I am a young paranormal investigator in search of proof of the spirit world. I am also a person that can easily sense and feel spirit energy around me. I am joined by my uncle and cameraman, William, and my father and executive producer, Nick. We will search for ghosts at some of the world's most creepiest haunts. This is a haunted legacy. It is now our final day in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Today, we are going to be investigating the hotel that we're staying at, the Wyndham Hotel. Built in 2006, this hotel features a bar, dining area, lobby, 6 floors, 11 suites, and even a theater right next to the hotel. This structure is situated not far from historic downtown Gettysburg, and several patrons have believed that this property may be haunted. When we first checked into the hotel, we got our rooms. Myself and my dad are both sharing one room, and my Uncle William is right next door. Although this hotel isn't that old, the land surrounding it could be home to several spirits. Before we started our investigation, we all had breakfast in the hotel's dining area. After breakfast, I went back to the rooms by myself on the elevator. So now I'm going to do a quick investigation of the floor that we're staying at in our hotel. Yeah, I'm interested in communicating with President Lincoln. If he's here, I got my voice recorder and a ghost meter. As soon as the elevator reached our floor, I walked out and began my ghost hunt. I first decided to investigate the hallway on this floor. Alright, I just came out of the elevator. So let me roll in the voice recorder. Oh, let me turn it on. Alright, who's down this hallway? My room's right there with my father and my Uncle William's room's right here. Is there anyone in this hallway right now? My name is Nicholas. Do you want to manifest yourself in the mirror? I have it in slow motion so I can hear the voices better.
Down this hallway. My room is right there with my father and my Uncle William's room is right here.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is take out the ghost meter real quickly and see if anything happens. Is there anyone in this hallway? Is there anyone down this hallway that wants to communicate with me? I'm a young investigator here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and if you want to make this meter spike, be my guest. I mean you no harm. I'm interested in who you are and how you lived and what your purpose was during the Civil War. I now took out one of our room keys and used it to unlock the door that leads to the room where my father and I are staying. Here's Uncle William's room, right here. Anyone in there? Any spirit in there wants to open the door? During my time in this room, I switched from using my voice recorder and ghost meter several times, back and forth. Alright, he was in this room. Hello, spirits of the Wyndham Hotel, if there are any here. I'm Nicholas. If there's any intelligent spirit here that wants to talk to a young investigator, can you identify yourself? After about 8 minutes of doing an EVP session near the beds, I moved my investigation to the bathroom of this room. Who's in the bathroom? I'm gonna try the bathroom. I'm filming this off my phone. Anyone in this bathroom? Oh, it's going up a little bit. All of a sudden, the needle on my ghost meter began to rise. What's this from? See, the ghost meter's like raising up a little bit. It's like halfway across. What is this from? Is it from the light source or something? Let me just make sure that's not the bump. Maybe there's a... Oh, it's going up over here. Who's in here? Who is that, making this ghost meter spike? This experience could either be the presence of a ghost or the electrical wires behind this wall. Oh, maybe there's an electrical wire in the wall, that's why. Because when I move it over here, see, it's like going up and then it comes right back down. Well, let me try in a different area just to make sure. This is the shower. Right here. When I finished exploring the restroom, my father and my uncle arrived back at our rooms. I approached my Uncle William and asked him if I could investigate his room now. His answer was yes, and I stepped inside. I sat down on the chair near the TV of Uncle William's room and began using my equipment once again. I then got up from the chair and used my equipment even further. I examined almost every area of my Uncle William's hotel room. Nothing else was happening at the moment, so I stopped my investigation of the Wyndham Hotel. Right before we checked out of the hotel, we realized that we had some time on our hands to go and investigate one more haunted location in Gettysburg for our stay. So we hopped into our car and got on the road. This place in particular is a piece of land not far from the Gettysburg College, and is one of the secrets of Gettysburg's haunted attractions. Once we arrived at the site, myself and my father both got out of the car and left my Uncle William waiting. We both took a stroll down a long trail near the pond by the Gettysburg College and eventually found the place that we're going to quickly search at. This is the Gettysburg Engine House. This house right here was built in 1991. Now this is a more recent structure, but the land is what matters. This land is where the first day of the battle took place, and as people were digging away the cliffs, they came across skeletons because they were digging into a cemetery, and then this house was later built. So let's see if there's any energy over here, if we can find it. This location was also featured on the popular TV show Ghost Adventures. This building is highly protected by its caretakers, so we both thought it was best to do a very brief investigation and walkthrough of the land surrounding this railroad house. I approached one of the old train coaches. I did 2 EVP sessions throughout this investigation. Look at all the broken glass.
It's been vandalized.
Yeah, vandalized. Aside from Ghost Adventures and ourselves, several other investigators have done explorations here as well. The reason why we're here is because, once again, this property is where the Battle of Gettysburg commenced, and the fact that these grounds were once a cemetery. Nothing was occurring by the engine house at this moment. With a decent amount of time spent at the Gettysburg Engine House, we wrapped up our search and started our way back. Alright, so we couldn't go inside the engine house because it's closed off to the public, so we made the best of it and got a brief tour. It was really great. I'm glad we got a chance to look at it, even though it's not on the list for tours in Gettysburg. Once we reached our vehicle, we drove back to the Wyndham Hotel, and I interviewed my Uncle William about his perception of the Gettysburg Engine House, and even showed him the footage that we took. Alright, Uncle William, so we just went to the engine house in Gettysburg. That place was on the show Ghost Adventures, and it was built in 1991, and that was where the first day of the battle took place. I mean, what is your perspective on that property? Like, do you have anything to say about the land itself or the trains, whatever, the first day of the battle?
It's all old, and right now it's run down, but I guess obviously it was useful back when. It's just storage back there, I guess.
Yeah, but inside that house is where they kept all the diesels and.
Well, yeah, that's what they always do. They even do it now. They keep they store all the trains that aren't being used at the moment.
Yeah, and also, like, one last thing, just about the way it's set up with all the cars. Like, do you think that was the cars were parked there like for a reenactment, or do you think it was just for storage?
I don't know how or why they put that. A number of reasons. I really don't know why they're like that.
Our stay in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania was filled with excitement and determination. The first 2 days were both enjoyable and memorable. Since today was our last day here, we wanted to make each moment count. Our first half of the morning took place at the Wyndham Hotel. Throughout my searches in both of our rooms, nothing really happened except for my ghost meter raising up halfway in one of the bathrooms. Shortly after my father and uncle came back to the rooms, we all took a drive and parked by the Gettysburg College. And then my dad and I walked to the hidden Gettysburg Engine House. Unfortunately, our investigation there had to be terminated very quickly because of the lack of time that we had to stick around. Our question to these two places are, will they both eventually attract more investigators? Even though we couldn't investigate every haunted spot in Gettysburg, we were still fortunate enough to search at a great amount of locations. We will never forget our 3-day citywide investigation that was spent here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.